From Honest Gamers J&D. This is want to do my review on the PlayStation 5 reveal that just happened on Thursday. I've been kind of busy since Thursday. I work usually Monday through Friday, so I have to apologize that I didn't get to it sooner. And usually on Saturdays I'm kind of running around doing a bunch of stuff. So anyway, here is my take on the PlayStation 5 reveal. So I was actually really excited. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. So, pretty stoked about it. First, before we get too far into the video, make sure you smash the like button. Let me know that you guys are liking my videos. Leave comments down below. Love to get feedback and information. Obviously, I don't have the high-tech setup that a lot of other YouTubers actually have. I'm just using my PlayStation camera with a little ring light thing that I got pretty super cheap. So I'm just using that. So I'm not as high-tech as other guys. Hopefully someday in the future, if I get enough members and start making some money on the channel, then obviously that would be really cool. Maybe even sell my own merchandise and things like that. But at the rate I'm going right now, don't see that happening at least for a long time. So my take on the PlayStation 5 reveal. It took a while to get to the very end of the video because it was a 2-hour presentation. Some things I was excited about, some things I wasn't really excited about, so I skipped over some things. No offense to people who like some of the games that I skipped over on their pretty big list. Actually, let me pull up the list here of PlayStation 5 reveals. Give me 1 second, guys. PlayStation 5 reveal games list. Okay. So, here is what we got for games. Get off my screen. Okay, yeah, I agree. Sporting news, who gives a crap? Sorry. Alright. So, for these are not all the ones that were revealed. So let's see. They did reveal Grand Theft Auto 5 online. If you guys are into Grand Theft Auto, definitely worth checking out. I'm not really a big fan of Grand Theft Auto. I'm not into all that kind of stuff. Sorry for those of you who are. If you guys are into that kind of thing, pretty cool. If you like really kind of violent type games with drugs and shootings and all that kind of stuff, teach their own. Definitely worth checking out if you guys like that kind of stuff. Not my kind of thing, so I won't be playing it. Ratcheting Clank. So that was another cool one that looked. I actually played the rebooted version of Ratchet & Clank, or the remastered version, whatever it was. Actually thought it was pretty cool. I actually beat the entire game. I really liked it. I thought it was fun to play. So the one they revealed was Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Now, according to the gameplay footage, which you guys should definitely check out if you're into that kind of thing, kind of kid type game, but it's actually pretty cool because apparently the dimensions for Ratchet & Clank are kind of folding in on themselves. So you kind of flip between worlds and dimensions from one place to another. You'll go from like a high-tech city to like dinosaur type place, and then to another odd world altogether, and then back to the city, and so it's kind of like in between, and you have the ability to jump between portals because portals actually open up at random, and then he has like this grappling hook thing that he shoots from his wrist and then pulls it towards him, and then you're in a completely different location. Sometimes it's the same city or the same location you're at, but you've just moved to an entirely different area of that location that you're at. They actually made a point to point out that Ratchet and Clank got separated from each other. He landed in a world, or Clank landed in a world he thought was back to where he was, but he was calling out Ratchet's name, and somebody dropped down next to him who was blue that looked like Ratchet and Clank, or that looked like Ratchet but was a girl. So definitely worth checking out. Looks like a fun game. I know a lot of people are actually excited for Spider-Man, the Miles Morales one. So in this one, you would actually be taking on the helm of Miles Morales, another Spider-Man. Who anybody who's familiar with the comic books and the series, he's another person who actually ends up being Spider-Man. I don't know the full details of how he has Spider-Man's abilities transferred to him. I did like Spider-Man as a kid. I wasn't into the comic books. I didn't really read the comic books like a lot of people have done. But it is definitely a game worth checking out if you like the first Spider-Man, which was graphically very beautiful. Oh my gosh, it was really sweet. There was another game called Project Athea, which looked really cool. The graphics on it were very beautiful. It looks kind of like I mean, it says it's a fantasy game. To me, it looks like it might actually be some kind of like next level RPG, which looks really beautiful. I mean, the graphics wise and the quality of the game looks really nice. So that's definitely something I might be checking out. They also did something called Stray, which is a simulation game. Uh, I guess you play from the point of view of a cat, and you're in a world where humans have died out and are no longer around. It's just all robots. So, with the point of view being a cat running around a robot world, not like the Terminator, so they're not all out to kill. Just weird looking robots. Some with TV like things on their heads, others just weird looking. And like I said, you play the character of a cat. And graphically, it's actually pretty, especially the animations of the cat. The cat animation looks really nice, really believable. Um, there was a game called Returnal. That one was really strange. It's kind of like a Groundhog-esque Day. If you ever seen the movie Groundhog Day, it's kind of like a Groundhog-esque game. So your character repeatedly crashes, is attacked, dies, but then when you're reborn again, or when you're born again, or when you come back again to that same day, you land on the planet, but things keep changing every time you land on the planet again. So you have to kind of unshroud the mystery of what's going on and how things know to adapt to you and change. There was another game that was similar to that too, that was also demoed, called Deathloop. It's more of like a Borderlands kind of animation. You know, that kind of cheesier animation that a lot of people seem to like. More power to you if you guys like that kind of game too. It's a shooter kind of game. Same concept. You're a character who gets killed repeatedly. As soon as you get killed, time rewinds and you start over. And you have to kind of go through, and you're being also hunted because you're on this island to where everyone's job on that island is to hunt and kill you. The main thing is you actually have one main character who's after you, who is a rival assassin, because apparently you're an assassin. So you got two rival assassins trying to get through the game. She's trying to hunt you down, and you're just trying to survive. When you die, like I said, it looks like the whole time rewinds back to a certain point, and then you do it again. So I guess you kind of learn from your mistakes. For those of you who are fans of the Little Big Planet, they actually have a Sackboy adventure called Sackboy: A Big Adventure. It follows the theme and style of the original Big Planet games. So if you're into that kind of thing, definitely a game worth checking out. It looks pretty fun and fun to play. There is another one called Kina, Bridge of Spirits. It's an action adventure game. It's about a girl who is trying to free and release these spirits. Not evil spirits, but just these spirits. And she carries around this thing that looks like a staff with a gem on the top. And it actually has multiple purposes. I saw two instances that it was used. One was like a bow, and then another one where it was used as an attack weapon. So you could just like slash and hit with it, kind of like as if it was a bow staff. So there might be other abilities to it. I don't know. That game looked not realistic, but it was still graphically beautiful. It was a very beautiful graphic style type game. Definitely worth checking out. Um, there was another game called Goodbye Volcano High, which I don't know how to describe it. Um, it's obviously not a game I'm going to be looking into, um, but it was definitely interesting, to say the least. According to this, it's a narrative adventure. There was also Oddworld Soulstorm. If you've ever played Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, this is going on at a different time, so it's after the events of the first one. Graphically, it is really pretty again. There's a whole new threat that he has to deal with. If you were into that kind of game, definitely something worth checking out. Ghostwire Tokyo. Um, I don't remember much about that one. It says it's a first-person action game. It looks, from a little bit I saw, it looks kind of interesting. There was also Jet the Far Shore, which was very, how to describe that one? Uh, I would say also kind of like Borderlands kind of feel. I mean, it wasn't a first-person shooter, but it was very two-dimensional kind of thing. But graphically, again, it looks like it's a pretty game. It was a space exploration game, so it looked pretty cool. Godfall hack and slash that they had first demoed when they were first talking about the PlayStation 5. That looks like it's going to be an interesting game. Hack and slash looter RPG game. I'm definitely interested in seeing that game more. There was Oh wait, Jet. I'm sorry. Jet the Far Shore was not the one I was thinking. I got that wrong. Jet the Far Shore was something else. There was another game called Solar Ash. Don't remember much about that one. There was also Hitman 3. If you were into the Hitman games, definitely worth checking out. Obviously, you play an assassin. Astro's Playroom, that actually comes pre-installed in the PlayStation 5, which there are actually two versions of the PlayStation 5. There is another game called The Little Devil Inside. That was an interesting looking game. Very kid-like animations and stuff like that. The weirdest one I saw was Bug Snacks. That was I don't even know how to explain that one. That was just very strange. It's kind of like Pokemon meets weird. I don't know. So basically, it opens up with a strawberry that flips itself over and is walking on its stems, and it keeps saying strawberry, 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 strawberry. And then it's picked up by a walrus, and or something that looks like a walrus, and it's telling you about what it is, and then it eats it, and then its arm turns into a couple strawberries, and so I guess you turn into the things you eat on the island, which is kind of weird. For those of you who liked the original Demon Souls, they are remaking the Demon Souls game. Graphically, it looks really pretty. Obviously, if you guys like a challenge, that is definitely a game worth checking out for RPG. One of the hardest games I've heard that there's ever been was the Demon Souls. Deathloop, I already told you about. Resident Evil 8 Village. That one looks like it's a twist on the Resident Evil games. There's a special appearance I saw on the video of Chris Redfield, who makes an appearance on the game. It's also it almost looks like there's werewolves in it. I could be wrong, but it kind of has a character in there that looks like he's going all werewolf on us. There is a game called Pragmata, which is kind of Life Stranding-esque look. Very strange kind of game. And then the last game, which a lot of people are excited for too now, is Horizon 2. Horizon Zero Dawn, number 2. Forbidden West. which obviously expands on the first game, and as you travel further west into the game. So these are all done at different times. They've also mentioned, which wasn't on the list I was just looking at, there's also Gran Turismo 7, which, if you're into racing games, oh gosh, it looks beautiful. I mean, to the point where I might not even think about trying it, but I don't know. And then there was also an NBA game. I think it's 20. I think it's NBA 2020. And then, oh, I also didn't have the list of where this one was on there. Destruction All Stars. It looks like it's Fortnite meets Cars, where you get in cars and you're destroying things. So it's kind of like that Fortnite feel, but with cars. Let's see what else is there. Trying to see if there's anything else I missed. Oh, I was wrong. So it was not that. It was NBA 2K21. That was the NBA game that I saw. And then, let's see, there's little snapshots of videos here. So let me actually pull up now the actual PlayStation 5 so you can see what it looks like. PlayStation 5. And okay. Let me see if I can turn off the bright light. Maybe that'll help. No, that doesn't help either. Oh, yeah. It's probably because it's all white. Let me see if there's another way to show pictures of this. Maybe they'll have a different background. Anyway, I'm not finding any picture that's not like completely covered in whiteness, so it's kind of hard to see. Anyway, check out the pictures of the PlayStation 5. Also, there are other places you can find reveals on the PlayStation 5. With that Astrobot that comes pre-installed with the PlayStation 5, it actually is going to it's going to be a game that you can play that actually shows you all the features of the haptic feedback on the new controller that they have, which will be really fun to play with and see what the new controller can do. I did mention there's going to be 2 PlayStation 5s. There's going to be a digital PlayStation 5, and then there's going to be a hard disk PlayStation 5. So the digital one is the one where you can only download games to it. You don't actually get to put discs in it. And then the second one is the hard disk game that's going to come with a lot more stuff. From what I saw, it looks like it's going to come with the system. It's going to come with an HD camera. It's going to come with a controller. It's going to come with a charging station. And it's also going to come with a headset that has the 3D audio already installed. For those of you with hearing in both ears, it's probably going to be pretty sweet. It's not going to do much for me since I'm actually deaf in my left ear, and I have been for 12 years now. So I'm not going to get the coolness of the 3D effect, which kind of sucks. But definitely is worth looking at. Not sure what the price is yet. They didn't quote that price. They didn't quote if it's full backwards compatibility yet. I'm hoping it's going to be full backwards compatibility. Definitely one of the features that a lot of PlayStation fans have been looking forward to and hoping for is that full backwards compatibility. I would love it because then I can be playing my favorite game of all time on the system, which was The Legend of the Dragoon. Ultimately, like I said, my all-time favorite game I've played. So if I get a chance to play that one again, would be great. I really wish Sony would remake that game or reboot that game It would be fantastic. I'd love to see that one rebooted or remastered. Actually rebooted, because I think they could make the story just a little bit better, because it was a great story, don't get me wrong, but I think with what they can do nowadays, I'm sure they can add a little bit more to the story and give it more depth, but not that I really need too much more depth, because it did take four discs to beat the entire game. So, and a lot of little tiny side quests, which were kind of cool too. But that is my take on the PlayStation 5. I cannot wait for it to come out, to see what it's capable of and see more game footage and more of what it could do. I'm really waiting for the price so I can see what I would need to save up to actually purchase the system. If you guys like this video, like I said, just make sure you smash a like, hit the subscribe button. Love to have more subscribers. Obviously, feedback is really great. If there's any feedback you guys can give me about how I can make my videos better, like I said, I can do different kind of things. Like I can do different voices. I can try to do other things. I don't know what I would be capable of doing with my PlayStation yet on that. But yeah, if you guys would like to see more stuff, let me know. Obviously, I don't have a lot of money, so trying to demo a lot of different games, not an easy thing to do. I know my cousin or my nephew wanted me to do Sekiro, Dark Shadows. I think that's what it's called. Obviously, I don't have the money to buy that game. I would buy that game and maybe test it out. I might try one of those services like GameFly or something like that, so I can rent games. That way, I'm not paying for brand new games all the time. Other than that, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Other than that, catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching my video. Have a great day and God bless.